Brian Armstrong has been served with a lawsuit for allegedly stealing work from a startup company. Oops. But in addition to that, Coinbase has been recently under the limelight due to unfair pay between minorities and females. Interesting. So apart from being a company that is well known in the cryptocurrency community, that is extremely unfair to its investors and its actual users, its clients, people being locked out of money, people being banned from their accounts like me, the website constantly being down, the actual employees themselves are having issues. So let's dig a little deeper into Brian Armstrong and what's happening at Coinbase. Thanks so much for joining me in, everybody. Let's get right into the news. Numerous black employees at Coinbase recently publicly complained about the discrimination that they experienced. An analysis of internal pay data at the San Francisco company has actually shown quite large disparities that were especially larger than most other companies in the tech industry. Now, this was most prevalent in the minority group and within females. Employees recently have had great tensions with executives over the fact that they were being treated unfairly because of their race or gender. Now, while management has argued that everything is fine, and of course Coinbase is trying their best to make sure that everything is equal and that this was only limited to a handful of employees who were just being a little disruptive, Coinbase's own compensation data suggests that inequitable treatment of women and black workers went far beyond a few disgruntled workers. So the average woman at Coinbase was paid on average $13,000 or 8% less than men. And according to analysis of figures, there are roughly 830 Coinbase employees at the end of 2018. Now, if you look at various positions, this can vary, such as a manager, if it's a woman, can make up to 20% less. If it's a non-engineer employee, that's a woman, up to 18% less. Now, data for black employees said that most black employees were paid $11,500 or 7% less than other employees in similar jobs. 9 employees that were included in the data confirmed the accuracy of the figures about themselves and the colleagues that they knew of. Numerous black employees recently publicly complained about that. So, okay, now we've got the employees being treated unfairly. What about this lawsuit? A blockchain startup called Knowledger has sued for allegedly Coinbase stealing their ideas. Blockchain accelerator Mousebelt Laboratories filed a complaint in California's Supreme Court, alleging that in June of 2019, Armstrong offered to invest in a platform called Knowledger. It's used to distribute scientific papers with tokens offered as an incentive. He wanted to use this confidential information for Research Hub, a similar platform that he was working on, and eliminate Knowledger as a competitor. According to the complaint, Armstrong offered financial backing to Knowledger, in which Mousebelt was already investing, and the opportunity to list the tokens on Coinbase. The accelerator is alleging that Armstrong, Coinbase, and related entities committed fraud, interfered with a contract, and were unjustly enriched throughout the process. Mousebelt also alleged that Armstrong contacted Knowledger founder Patrick Joyce, offering to personally invest $50,000 for a 1% share, and that potentially Coinbase might make a larger investment. The $50,000 was wired, in fact, in mid-July, and at this point in the process, Armstrong also promised the founder a job if he contributed to Research Hub while remaining the CEO at Knowledger. So Mousebelt was misleaded in the process, and during this time, Mousebelt alleges that Joyce used an algorithm that was supposed to go for Knowledger instead for Research Hub. Mousebelt asked whether Joyce had any recent contact with Research Hub or Mr. Armstrong, and of course, there was a big denial. Joyce was actually working on the project at the same time, and both companies, he was working full-time and diligently for 4 months, at which time all the information that was supposed to be going to Mousebelt's Knowledger was instead going to Coinbase's Research Hub. And this reminds me of many years ago, we had an employee, let's just name him Josh. And this gentleman had, been working for a startup in marketing. It wasn't anything big. But I remember he came home one day We worked at a home office, and he said, yeah, I've been offered another job. I'm working there, but don't worry, I'm going to be working on your company at the same time that I'm working over there. And that day he was fired because, first of all, he actually didn't show up one day, and we realized that was when he went in for an interview. And the second thing is, how could you work? Would you hire someone at a company if you knew that he was going to be working on another company's projects? No. He lied to our faces and said, oh, yeah, I told them about it. They're fine. They'll be cool with it. Sociopath. So either this guy is just like that guy. I'm sure this happens a lot in the business world, or it's just a liar and he was really working for one company. And this happens all the time. I mean, you can look into how Facebook was founded or any of these large companies, and you'll notice that a lot of ideas are borrowed. But I'm not surprised. So Coinbase is getting sued. We'll see how it goes. But they're not the best, and they don't have an amazing reputation to uphold, so I wouldn't be surprised if this actually happened. Anyways, that's that. Thanks so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we shall see you guys pretty soon in the upcoming new year. So pretty exciting stuff, 4 more days of work, and that's it. We're in the new year.